Everyone, this is it, the favorite whiskies of the year list for 2025. As usual, you had to wait a bit because I had to try a bunch of things, plus I was sick, plus I had last week quite dramatic funeral. So this is I won't say this is rushed, but I would say I withdrew a few samples I can show you that I didn't have time to evaluate, which doesn't mean that later on, if it happens, they comply. And I forgot one rule, yeah, if they comply to my rules, okay, which means, yeah, 87 plus out of 100 rating they could fit in, but so also please excuse me if for once I will publish, in order not to make you wait too long, and also because I might have some maintenance on my box the following day, so I don't want this to be delayed again and again. For once you will not have today, the day of publishing and of recording. Exceptionally, you won't have, I apologize, the timestamps, the chapters, but you will see in the description how it goes, the different chapters, the different topics. So I'm sorry you don't have it all now, but this week I will make my best to give you as soon as possible the chapters, and I will put just a notification on the community post, so please click the notify me all notifications button if you follow the channel, so you will get the message that I did add the chapters. Right, sorry for this long introduction. Also a few disclaimers before I get to the rules. The rules are almost the same, if not exactly the same as last year's. The disclaimers as well, it's just the categories that has changed for maybe half of them. So disclaimers about gifts, as always there's the press gifts thing with samples and sometimes bottles. I won't go back to the explanation why I do accept them and the conditions I give to the pros to accept them. If you follow the channel now, you perfectly know that this doesn't alter my judgment, as you will see maybe. But there's only, I mean, I'm gonna speak roughly about 30 plus if I add honorable mentions and other cases, almost 40 whiskies, a bit less than last year. So within them there's only 2 or 3 gifted bottles, and only 4 that will not be mentioned, rated, but just mentioned. 4, 5, 6 samples from producers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 samples from friends. So it's not a big deal, in my opinion. Right, without losing more time, the rules. My top 5 bottles have to be under 200 euros in my area. Euros, pounds, dollars, etc. With a few exceptions if some are really overpriced that you cannot find them, but in my area they have to be under 200 euros, and you will see that for this year this is a real problem, and that is why exceptionally I will give you my unofficial top 3 or top 4 favorite whiskies of the year, which will be not my favorite whiskies of the year by choice, by ethical choice, so to speak, and my winners are under or more or less around 100 euros. So it's a choice. We all struggle with things, etc. of life. Life is getting more expensive, and I refuse to pay the several hundred euros that I normally know that I should have paid if I had to pick what I sensed was my winner of the year, which I didn't bought. Well, I could technically. Also the winners have to choose the winners. I had to have a bottle of it, or when it's not possible, a 3 cl minimum sample. So there are 4 here that are nice given what I tried in a show, but I will not include them in there because I want to save them for a specific video about them. And what else? There might be exceptions, especially for the unofficial, of course, top list. But aside from that, it's still the same rules. Rule number 3: the awarded whiskies has to be bottled in 2025, or for those I couldn't discover in 2025 because they were not available here, or any other reason of related to availability, etc. They can be from 2024. And there is also an exception of something bottled in 2025 but to be released this month, so 2026. So yeah, weird situation, but this was so good I had to mention it and to award it. Right. Now, disclaimers done, rules done. Let's go to honorable mentions now. We lost enough time, so to speak. So honorable mentions will be miscellaneous. So it means bottles or samples of whiskies that were good. I want to be clear about that. Everything in honorable mentions is from good to very good. But rating-wise and impression-wise about them for now, so you have to take this under reservations. For now, they don't reach the 87 mark. Sometimes it's just 86, 86.5, or a bit less. But for now, they're good, but they're not reaching the status to be about my favorite whiskies of the year. And I forgot, yes, I'm sorry, and I forgot a visual. First one, sorry, not sorry, but it's my judgment. There are 2 bottles, in fact. I'm gonna do them 2 in a row. First is this 7070 Glasgow, 8 years old, 55% ABV, I think, if not mistaken. I have to verify the amount of casks or bottles. I'm sorry. Oh, where is it? Sorry, and I start bad. I'm so sorry. There's too many. You can't imagine how many samples and bottles there around me. There's a lot. I thought this was clear, and it is not. I'm sorry. I don't know where it is. Anyway, I had a recap paper. As you can see, it's very busy. Anyway, its ratings are on 86, something like that. It's Glasgow. Focus, please. Aquavite, 8 years old, 55% ABV. First fill bourbon barrels. It's good, but there's something a bit prickly, a bit almost effervescent, and a bit too oaky for me. I know why. I'm not going to tell you everything about what I sense about those 2 samples, but the blender in me knows exactly why. These are good, but not the best they could be. But of course, it's just my opinion, and I perfectly respect Roy and other people's selection when they go to select cask, but for me, what can I say to stay fair? It's not, I'm sorry, not sorry again, it's not a blending work, it's a selection work, and it's not the same, and there's a reason for that. Right, sorry, but this is good, but it's still good, but doesn't qualify for this. Unfortunately, I have to say the same. Where is the picture? Okay, I have two pictures, one has more details. It's the same for this sample, also from Aquavitae of Daft Mill, 15 years old, 2009, and I think again it's 2 casks and first fill as well, hence the same issue for me. 55% also it's his choice. It's good, but for me it's the most narrow, I'm sorry again, profile I ever seen in a Daft Mill. It's called double single because it's 2 casks. It's the narrowest profile I saw of a Daft Mill I tried so far, and for me, while it is good, it's a good lowlander, it doesn't pay justice to what the distillery can do in small batches of several, let's say dozens, 30, 40, 20 casks, and you might have the solution. Hence also the first feel thing. Just saying. Other one that doesn't make it, and it was a big disappointment because I bought the bottle myself. I still enjoy it, and I did review it recently, or let's say first impression. It is not bad, but there's something about the Madeira wine there, Tinta Negra. I don't remember what Tinta Negra means. I didn't have time because of all what happened. I'm sorry to do further searches since I've done the video and went first sick and then on a loss, on a family loss. So I'm sorry I didn't have time to double check what the kind of Madeira wine they choose. But this is good, but it's a weird sensation of white rum finish rather than deep Madeira finish. So it's good. It's I think I rated 86 something. But it's a bit frustrating for now. Also, another frustrating bottle I bought while I did try it at Whiskey Life Paris and liked it for its weirdiness maybe, but it comes across a bit more weird now. It's the 100% Islay 15 edition of the Kilchoman, so Islay single malt, I didn't say, but yeah, Islay single malt whiskey. It's the most pitied of the ones I tried. Didn't try all the 14, 15 editions, maybe 5, 6, 7 over the years, and it's the pitiest one I tried. So I was, it's not only the question of peat, but also it's a drier peat, a bit ashy peat. And so far, I'm going to review it, wait a bit maybe for an evolution, but so far it tastes more like an ashy, typical Indie Ardmore than Kilchoman style I like. So I don't know, we'll see. There's a bit of better evolution since the beginning, but so far doesn't make it to the list yet. Don't want to be too long. Another one that's good but a bit less than another that gets way more praise, 88 out of 100. Yeah, it does qualify, but doesn't qualify in the top, let's say 10 or more. It's the Artesia from the Toss Distillery, ex-bourbon and ex-muscatel double maturation, bottled at 47% ABV, non-chill filtered, non-colored. Very good, but there's something maybe too dry, maybe too spicy, that doesn't reach the level of another one that same maybe, well, another let's say muscatel release that really steals the show, let's say, as a spoiler. Okay, what do we have next? Next we have favorite design of the year 2025. Favorite design for the label, for the box, so the glass, the bottle, so the glass, or a shape and all everything that's work on it, and possibly the box when there is one. I have one for which I didn't get a picture, but I hope to find it quick. And also, I don't know, it might be too late already. Where we're 18, yeah, I probably lost the game. There was this bottle was to win on a ballot of with no purchase made, and the design I did found it fantastic. Especially the drawing that was, oh man, 20 years old. I hope we'll see the picture there, but yeah. So I don't know if you can see it. I found it gorgeous. This is the Kilchoman 20 years old. I'm not sure you can see that, especially the drawing in the middle. I don't know if I can, yeah. Very schematic, a bit, you know, a bit like the style painting. I really love that. Well, and of course, yeah, I love the Kilchoman packaging, which is brilliant. Another brilliant packaging, let me see on the list. It's the, where it is. I gotta hide a few things because it's the limited releases of Edu Carnet de Voyage series that made over the wine regions of France with wine finishes. I did found that gorgeous. Especially, I made a video about it just so you can see the three ones, and of course the other awarded for the packaging favorite design of the year. There are two others. Where's the box? Where's the box? I gotta get the orange first. Ooh, where is the orange? No, it's not the orange one. It's there, I think. I gotta give it. Also, there's a box. The box is a bit standard in the way it's for every release of this new range. New orange from Roselier. I did found this quite amazing, very efficient packaging. Also, it's a bit reminiscent of the Glenglassaugh, but it is not exactly the same when you look closer. But yeah, I think it's a big step up from what they were doing before. And you will see it's not limited to the container only. And also, of course, where is it? Of course, gorgeous, I think gorgeous Ardnaho packaging, the bottle shape, the font, the everything for me is saying quality, craft and excellence. And again, not only the outside. Yeah, I could put in there also the Soligny. I already talked about French whiskey again. With the Roselier, you have two French whiskies there. Right. Next category is gonna be a long video. I hope less than last year. Best new core range. I gotta give some props to a lot of brands there, I have to say. Let me see my papers because I did print some stuff, but where is this? Yeah, there's a problem with a whiskey which I tried only once and I quite liked it, but I'm not sure it would be rated, because I didn't have a sample, not sure it would be rated over 88 or not, so I will put it in honorable mentions. I don't have the bottle yet, it's in the wish list. It's a Westland beer cask finish, along with a new, it's in the core range, but it's a new part of the core range devoted to finishes. So the red wine cask I quite liked last year, and I couldn't try the beer cask. This is what I did this year, Whisky Life Paris, and also the nice single cask, but again struggled to rate them only on one try. But this one I think was a nice, around 70-80 euros, quite reasonable, so to speak. It's 46%, yeah, batch one of beer cask finish. I think was great, good to great, let's say. Right, we're only at the beginning, but you will see that some categories are super busy, others are very quick to do. Best new core range. Yeah, let's try with this. This is, and I forgot. Shall I do a movement like this? Yeah, I will do, and you will see how. Please do an appearance for me there. Oh my god. Are you there? Yes, there. I'm sorry. I don't want you to see me right down the... So I gotta give it a shout out to Lezu Chinese distillery. I speak already, if you want more details about a lot of bottles of this video, please bear with me and go to the Whisky Life Paris for this brand especially. Lezu distillery, gotta be quick about it. So Chinese distillery in Sichuan region. 80% of the total national production. 2021. It's a distillery of huge capacity, and there's 4.8 million of liters of alcohol for whiskey only, but there's way more, 31 million for vodka and other things, and grain whiskey. So 31 million of liters is crazy. So this is Lezu, and I wanted to show you where it is. One of the best whiskies I tried, but again very difficult to... they have 7 whiskies, 7+ whiskies to try, very generous. First apparition in France in a show, but they had, for instance, this beautiful sherry harmony combining a lot of different sherry varieties for a very, very nice whiskey. They're not unfortunately available yet in France, but looking forward to get one at least to assess it for you. Among the things also, I didn't want to open the samples, I'm sorry, yet. It's St. Killian, because the samples are tiny. And yes, it's pressed samples, so you get 2 core range, peated, rich and smoky, and St. Killian classic wild and fruity. Natural presentation. What is this? Is this German single malt distillery? You can see the name here, and you can see the bottle shape, which is very nice, but it comes in 50 cl, which is sometimes a value issue. Look at this gorgeous steel shaped bottle. Also could fall into the best design. So you can see the 2, I showed you the 2 samples. Here are the bottles. See, beautiful. And yeah, I'm gonna speak again, and I did speak already about them in the Whisky Life Paris, so not going further. Last but not least, no, 2 last. There's a French one. I don't have the pictures of all, but it's the Educor range, which is, yeah, I don't have the bottle yet, but I do so Brittany whiskey made of buckwheat from France. Sorry to forget that. It's for the new core range, which is beautiful. No age statement where it is. The Pinot des Charentes finish Dorn à Dorn, which was awarded last year. This is the Carnet de Voyage Vallée du Rhône Nord, Rhône Valley, but they have now turned the no age statement silver, gold, and diamond to 10, 15. But they also have a 21 years old. I will show you hopefully later on. And then last but not least, about favorite new core range. It is controversial, but I don't care, because I did try those two new sherry oak range, which is a bit misleading because it's not 100% sherry oak, but it's a finish of the Bowmore Islay Single Malt Scotch Whisky 12, 15, 18, but I also tried the 21, which is a bit more limited. New expressions 40, 43, 43% respectively. I love Bowmore. There are weak Bowmores, there are Bowmores that are not like they should be, natural presentation, etc. I agree, but if you know whiskey enough, I'm sorry, not sorry, and if you know the history of Bowmore whiskies enough, and you try the more than, I don't know, 50, 100 Bowmore so far, like I did, probably around the 80. You know what the old style, the beautifully sherried old ones are, and this is a new range that really, for me, uses better quality cask and very high quality cask for the sherry ones. Yes, it has a cost, and it is overpriced for me. Overpriced, let's say. It's too highly priced for my wallet. For the 18, for instance, around the 200 euros mark. But let me tell you that the quality of the cask used there for the sherry part is way better than in a regular 18. And the 15 also is very impressive, and even the 12. I have those three in regular release. I've reviewed them, but these three are way better, and it's very impressive and encouraging, and I hope to get some of those to review them. Okay, let's go now to the less cool stuff. Where are they? Did I forget something? Yeah, this is did I speak core range? I'm sorry, I should have spoken about this for the core range. Where did I put it? No, it's not there. Don't look. As these. My God, where it is? I don't see it. Oh yeah, okay. Sorry. For the best new core range, there is a new core range for the Hep Distillery from France, east of France, Grand Est, for their AWA, Authentic Whisky d'Alsace, authentic whiskey from Alsace, which is a new range of pitted and unpitted blends, and so wheat and malt, and single malts. This is very, 50, 40 to 50, a bit more, and 70 CL. This is beautiful. This is, I cannot give you ratings because I didn't have samples or didn't bought the bottles yet, but beautiful range from Alsace, from the indie branch of the, it's a weird situation, I know, already talked about them, of the Hep Distillery. And on the limited releases, but it's a big range with 6, 7, 8 bottles. This was awarded last year, the Brut de Fût cast strength range, with 61% usually, so probably bit reduced. Beautiful wine cask finishes. Here's the Gewürztraminer, but there was a Pinot Noir was awarded last year. I think the other was the Pinot Gris, if not mistaken. So yeah, beautiful French whiskies, difficult to find abroad, I know, for those ones especially. Okay, now we get to the even more controversial, like I said. So what's going on there? What's going on there? So there's the next category, which is not really a category, and this is not officially awarded, but I had to put them somewhere, with an exception. Yeah, we'll start with the exception. So what's going on with those? The category name is Unofficial Whiskey of the Year 2025. Honorable but overpriced stunners. It's the subtitle of the category. So these I can't award officially, but I have to say, based on one try for 3 of them and several tries for the last one, which might take the lead because I tried several times and had a sample and reviewed the sample, I gotta give it to Edu 21 years old Graal, for the Grail in English, which is a special decanter. So again, buckwheat whiskey. Let me show you. Sorry, it's difficult to have from this distillery. So Distillerie des Menhirs, Distillery of the Standing Stones, making the Edu, which means in Breton language buckwheat. So door and door is hand in hand. I'll explain that. I already reviewed it another time. This one is basically a 21 years old second edition, this time 46% instead of 43. This is gorgeous, mentholy, leafy, teaish, very unique, very special styles of Edu, as you might have known if you've seen my channel. It's beautiful, but because of the decanter or rarity of the French stocks, if you follow the channel of old whiskies, and also because it's in a beautiful decanter with a nice box, it's 500 euros. So I cannot select that as a winner. The rating was around 91.5. Excuse me. But a beautiful whiskey. You might have noticed, by the way, on my table, Whiskey of the Year, maybe. Unique Whiskey of the Year, maybe not. If you follow closely, I'll give you a clue. Yes. If you follow my channel, you already know what's going on. Now, channel and chat and okay, so another one that really caused me a problem, and I was very sad about it. Now, there might be on discounts, Black Friday and stuff, a chance for me to grab it, but this distillery, the Whiskey of the Year last year, it's not a giveaway now, it's published, was a Rampur from India. Guess what? Next one, again a single cask in the Store Peak over crazy 170, I think this year, Store Peaks from La Maison du Whisky, from official distilleries, but made just for them, or in Diosco. Made just for them, and of course highly priced most of the time. So this single cask that's was called 9 years old and now is called 10 years old, so very weird thing going on with this. Also was beautiful, but based on one try at the show, didn't appear to me as gorgeous as the last year one, which was my Whiskey of the Year. So this one is only in the honorable, yes, stunners, because it was good, very good. Maybe not as but it's 225 euros instead of 179, which was already very expensive last year. So I said no, I don't want to buy that at that price. I refuse. Now, even worse, another one, let's say number 2 maybe. We had number 4 with the Edu, number 2 with the number 3 with the Rampur. An official Whiskey of the Year, let's say an official Whiskey of the Year number 2 is this Kilhoman 18 years old Kilnav Chapel. Again for La Maison du Whisky, bottled. It's a single cask, bottled at 48.1 bourbon. This is gorgeous, based on one try, but 275 euros. No, thank you, La Maison du Whisky. So that's why for this and for the, where is it? For the potential winner of this year, which will not be the winner, the official winner, I give you this La Maison du Whisky. I'm sorry, a red card for the overpricing of the whole limited release. Because my winner of the year should have been this. Ben Romar single cask, 22 years old. Fantastic, 22 years old, first fill bourbon barrel. Yeah, let's say it's an exception to some rules. 57.2, absolutely amazing. Okay, based on one try, so reservations there. The minerality, the purity of the malt, it was something very, very special. So based on one try again, so with a lot of reservations, it should have been, but will not be, my whiskey of the year officially. And I don't know if I'm gonna buy it someday. If there's still some bottles, and if the price is lowered, let's say to close to 200, yeah, maybe. But it's not that's on my glass. It's a way more interesting value. What else? Let's go now for something. Talking about value, great transition, great. Best value for money for a core range, and then I will go to 2 bottles. Yeah, 2 bottles. But before, I gotta give it up again. Where is it? To those guys from the French Hep Distillery and the Awa Independent Range. Gotta give it to them. Let's say on a special mention. Now, specific bottles wise that I did have the time to try, I gotta give 2 awards. One for this, which is new for me, even if I tried it. It's the Wild Turkey 101, the first and the only, bourbon in my list. I'm sure there's a lot of others, but I didn't had time to check out bourbons, this year. So this, what is this? Wild Turkey, it's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey bottled at 101 proof, US proof, so 50.5% ABV. It's a 2025 bottling, and the mash bill is 70% bourbon, 30% rye, and 12% malted barley. I have to write it down. I think I'm gonna do that from now on, especially for bourbons. The second one, so this gets, where's this? This gets, I think it's an 89. Yeah, both have an 89. And yeah, I forgot to speak, I'm sorry about the prices. I got this for 38 euros, but I've seen it at 35. For this price, with such a high ABV and a great experience, I'm gonna review it. It's a lovely, nicely oaky, floral, fruity. It's beautiful. It's interesting. Another one that I got, and it's the first whiskey I bought with my Patreon. Unfortunately now no more Patreon. So please, if you want to do a gesture for the channel and let me buy more material for video, and also I got a new mic, Time mic. It's a modest one, and maybe whiskies you want me to review. You know what to do in the link below the description. I don't do that often, so yes, I have a buy me a coffee account. Well, you can do just one time or several each month. Okay, Ardbeg 5 years old Whiskey. It's a beauty. It's such an easy sipper. So I got it for 33 euros on offer, but it's around the 40 mark here, 40 euros, 41. And honestly, this almost, I will do face to face with the 10, but it's such a great value. The 10 is a bit more expensive. I won't say it's better than the 10. The 10 has more depth, but it challenges a bit the 10, and it's super easy to drink. And it's a combination of bourbon and Oloroso, and it was a nicely single malt with Scotch whiskey. Yeah, so before I go to the favorite blended malt of the year, I have to apologize for no favorite blended Scotch whiskey of the year category, because once again I couldn't try enough ones to give you a proper real list. So again, I'm sorry, unless you want me to praise this Grant's 8 years old, which I have to review along with a lot of other Grants I have. I do like this. I do like the triple wood regular. That's decent, especially with ice, but seriously, to sip by themselves, it's not a masterpiece. So I cannot speak about that. The best Grants I ever tried is a 25 years old, but it's too expensive for me. Right, blended malt. I have two number 3 and number, if I'm not mistaken, I got a really, oh no, I'm sorry, how could I forget that? I have well, I won't say a winner, but a special mention, because again I haven't tried enough. For blended whiskey I have to mention this. So this is a Nika from the barrel, but this is the extra marriage that I tried at Whiskey Life Paris. So based on one try, again, reservations. And here's the recipe that I gave you already in the Whiskey Life Paris video. So you got a recipe, you got the details about how it's made. It's married for 3 more months than usual. So probably a kind of 6 months thing. So this was for the blended whiskey. Category favorite blended malt, where is it? Man, there's so many bottles. So I have 3 bottles there. Yeah, 2 bottles and a sample, unfortunately. But the sample is really, it's not in my buy list once it's out. So I gotta give it out, shout out to, and yes, it's gifted, but I talked about this often. It's kind of little tiny compass box style blended malt from the guys of Alliance Spirit, doing this French blended malt called La Ferté. This is the blue ribbon, so this is the classic bottle, the 41% ABV. But the peated one, this one uses 3 distillates from France, different distilleries. The peated one with the green ribbon uses 4. So I got samples from them, from the other expressions I tried from them, and I will speak again about this and the green one, the peated one, when I'll get a bottle. So yeah, very nice blended. So 87.5 for both, but the winner this year, it's yeah, it was gifted by the distiller, the European, it's French rep. Let me see, what's the best picture? I think it's, yeah, I can show you this, which I had a generous sample. Velvet Fig, 12 years old. It's a blended malt of Highlands whiskies, of 12 years old. It's 46%. Yeah, and it's a fantastic fruity floral galore. Honestly, one of the best Scotch, sherried Scotch whiskies I had recently. Really lovely. Looking forward to get the bottle, and it's exception to my rules, because this hasn't been released yet, or just a few days before. So when I had this late December, when I was sick, couldn't try it, had to wait, and I tried it 3 times, and I really love it. So this is non-chill filtered. This came with, oh yeah, gotta tell you quickly, for this Velvet 12, I think I had, just a minute. Yes, 3 first fill sherry hogshead, 3 first fill sherry hogshead, plus 3 first fill sherry butts, and then 5 months more in sherry seasoned cask. So yeah, it's yeah, beautiful ripe fruit, lilac, raisins, lots of good nice things, like some sherry bombs of Speyside. Along with that package, for full transparency, I'm sorry, there's another whiskey that came there that unfortunately didn't make it to the list. I have to mention quickly. Sorry, Emmanuel. The Kingsbourne's 10 years old. For me, it's a good whiskey like the Ducat, 7 years old. But for me, I'm sorry, it's too oaky and spicy for me. There's something there that's been too far oak-wise. And again, I cannot go. I cannot be satisfied by this, as I was by the now discontinued Dream to Drum. Go to see my review of the Dream to Drum. Okay, so we're now in the middle of the list, so it's good. So we're going now to see the Whiskey of the Year that I ranked. Honestly, aside from the 3 first categories, there are a lot of whiskies ranked in number 4 category, so with an equal rank of 90 to maybe 90.5 out of 100. There's a big numbers of whiskey there. So I don't know if it makes sense still to say number 6, while the number 4 equally ranked are almost a dozen. But yeah, let's say symbolically number 6 ranked. There are 2 whiskies, one French, one from India. So we're talking now about 89 out of 100. First one is this one. Yeah, it's a Rampur Barrel Blush. Sorry, it's a distillery from Rajasthan. So it's American oak, and it's finished in Shiraz. Wine from India, which Shiraz. It's the name in some parts of the world, like India, Australia, etc., for the Syrah grape variety. So it's a finish. It's 45% ABV. So it's a 2025 release. I will review this along with the spoiler, with the Carnet de Voyage, with a Côte-Rôtie Vallée du Rhône wine finish. I thought these two were interesting to put head to head. So this is one of the upcoming reviews for you for 2026. Equally ranked with this, there's another. Sorry, Frank Pithead, this is not for you again. A lot of whiskies there are not for you. This is the Soligny single cask. So not this cask, I'm sorry, couldn't buy it yet. But the one from this year, the one from last year. So this one was great. It's a distillery from the east of France, in the Champagne region. This was a Burgundy cask, but the one from this year, it's a Pinot Noir cask. Let me tell you just the number 21045R. So it's one of this year, only 341 bottles, bottled at 48% ABV with light filtration, no coloring. This is gorgeous if you like vegetal, something marked with vegetal, even grape leaves, lots of forest, underwood notes. It's beautiful. It's almost the same as this one, style-wise and aroma, flavor-wise. So this one was the vendange, which is a play of words with harvesting, which is called vendange in one word, and then they put two words. Yeah. Okay, what else do we have? Whiskey of the Year number 5, this time at 89.5, so almost reaching 90, and probably reaching 90. It's a guess only. Take it with a pinch of salt when I will get the bottle, because it's on my wish list. It's one of the, if it's not stellar, but it's one of the most exciting and a bit different profile of Arran I came across. So it's the Arran barley, 10 years old, unchilled, filtered and colored, with optic barley variety, bottled at 50%. And reasonably priced. Yeah, I didn't talk about the price, sorry. The Rampur was around 80 euros and 89 for the Soligny, which has a higher ABV, and it's very crafty. This one is sold here in France, the Arran 10 Arran barley at 74.9 at La Maison de Whisky, and around the same price. It's a combination of first fill, if I'm not mistaken, where are my notes? It's a combination of first fill, if not mistaken. Sorry, not sorry. Of first fill bourbon and second fill sherry. Very clever, very clever. I think it's 18,000 bottles. This is beautiful. This is very interesting. Barley sugar, nice floral profile, I wrote. Nicely made apples, pears. I will put it against the 10 regular, which is different, I know, but I haven't tried for a moment. And also because I didn't do any proper, except for one expression, the Madeira, I didn't do a proper video in English, but I did in French about the my Arran collection, which is now 8 bottles, I think, with this. I will review a few more just for the sake of talking a bit more about Arran. Well, now I will be getting this. So yeah, very nice number 5. Number 4, it's insane and super busy category, and I mean, I'm gonna quick on this one. So you have again the Edu, 10 years old. The new packaging, 43% ABV, around 89 euros, bit hefty, but very good. You have the Edu Carnet de Voyage I showed you, Vallée du Rhône, very nice. If you like complex wine finishes that doesn't overpower the distillate, which is very important. You have also, yeah, yeah, I have to be careful about this because let me put it there. Yeah, because I tried it only once. I did found it nice, though not exactly the same stellar quality of the super good quality of this batch, the 2023. But the Armorique, so from the French in Brittany, Varangame distillery, the 2025 limited release is very good. Probably not as good as this one, but on a guess, on a bet, so take it with reservation. For me, it's something like 90 out of 100. Most likely, this one goes up on 91.5. This version. I think it's a beautiful one. It's on my buy list. What else do you have there? Of course, you have this 2020. This is not the 2025, but the 2025 Springbank 10 years old Campbelltown Islay single malt is again beautiful. The 15, thanks to Menno, you saw it in a review of 3 different 15 years old. The 2025 is gorgeous as well. So based on my impressions, they're worth 19 if not more, 90 if not more. Before I forget, there are 2 whiskies. One bottle I have the Artesia Pitted, like last year, beautiful. Sorry, it's not French peat, it's Highlands peat from Scotland, but it's French distillery from north of France, Artesia. TOS, the other side, distillery, beautiful craft distillery. I already talked about a lot in my channel. One of the best current French ones. At this point you might wonder why, yeah, okay, I will say that later on, why some are absent. So evaluated, estimated, worth 90 out of 100, with reservation of course. And it's the last one for which I don't have a bottle, except, yeah, with one exception. This Mortlach Official, 20 years old, I tried at Dugas. Look at my impressions on the Dugas report on my website, please. Was really gorgeous. 43.4. Yeah, the price is a bit hefty, don't remember how much, but I think it's probably a 200 or something like that. But it's a beautiful, very complex, very interesting whiskey. I wish I had it, but I don't. Same, of course, I put there Tomatin 18, that it's too expensive now and have no more shows in France. Lost the big distribution. Glengoyne, Tamdu, problem, yeah, overpriced stuff in France at least, so I cannot nominate them. Okay, there's another very interesting case. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this, so to speak. Ooh. On the, yeah, you're gonna see they've been getting a lot of prices. Sorry, not sorry. But when it's good, it's good. What can I say else? Yeah, Kittenheads, again, Kittenhead is gonna get an award, even if I try this only once, so take it with a pinch of salt. One of the exceptions I talk about. Enigma single malt Irish whiskey this time. In Enigma series, you know, I have still 15 years old Campbelltown one to review, but every now and then they do also other countries in this series, and they do Irish whiskey. This is a single malt from the Kool-Aid distillery, spoiler. And another spoiler, it is aged 10 years old and bottled at 44.3, but because of regulations, as I understood it, it is just mentioned 10, but there are 8 years of aging outside of Ireland. So some say it's an 18 years old, but anyway, it is gorgeous, beautifully fruity and floral. One to watch and one to get if you can and like Irish whiskey. Enigma. It's over 100 euros, depends where. Okay, that's it for all the other ones except one bottle. I have the bottles to show you, but I have to speak about this one a bit further. So now we're getting into the number 4, equally ranked, 90 out of 100. It's getting serious. Where's the bottle? Yeah, I gotta try to hide the others. What is this? You know this, it's a Cadenhead. I'm gonna hide this. a moment. The distillery, it's the Cadenhead small batch. There's one whiskey I couldn't get, unfortunately, because the allocation here was even more sparse than this one. It's the Lechaig, 14 years old, bourbon barrel, 46% ABV, from the Cadenhead range. And the Lechaig this year, 14 years old, was really beautiful. Probably one of the best whiskies of the year 2025. Priced around 160 euros here, very expensive compared to the rest of Europe prices, but very hard to get, so it's a bit too late now, unless I go secondary auctions, and I don't do really that. So if I had to choose only one in the 90 category, 90 plus potentially, this will be probably the Lechaig 14. You know me, I tend to prefer indie Lechaigs and indie Bunaz, but it's just me. So first one I'm gonna show you that I have a bottle of is this. Now this is a Glenallachie, with suffix Glenlivet, which is symbolic because they don't have the right, if there were the official distillery, to use it anymore. Because only one was granted as a Glenlivet. So you know that is a Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey. But what I'm gonna do with that is give a red card. Guess what? Not to Cadenheads, which I'm grateful. But the red card I'm gonna give is for Billy Walker. I'm sorry, not sorry, for not giving us an official release as amazing as this one. Just bourbon barrels and that's it. Fantastic floral and fruity flavors. I mean, this is let me find it. The downside of this is the bottling choice at 46. Give me this at cask strength. I don't have the maybe there. Give me this at cask strength, and I'm putting it whiskey of the year. Seriously, because now things are going unbelievable there. Where are you when I need you? All these are the awarded for which I have a bottle, so this might explain it's a bit complicated. There's a lot of letter A. Is it a spoiler? Maybe. Yes, I got it. I apologize. Yeah, 1 hour, of course. Why not? Would you expect less? Glenallachie 10 years old small batch, bottled February 2005. White on the nose. I'm gonna review it, but white raisin, white grape, white wine, green apple, heady flowers. On the palate, almost so the same notes plus a little coffee mocha note, wildflowers. Again, heady flowers, almonds, sweet spices, ginger, a slightly hint of suggestion of petite coffee smoke, stuff like that. You get more fruit, varied fruit, etc., etc. And 90 out of 100, but if it was 52, 53, 54 ABV, could have been the winner this year. Let me tell you, that's it. That's all. Just wanted to speak about this for a second. I mean, this is so amazing. Okay, enough ranting, rambling, whatever. I'm gonna put this on the bottle, on the table this time. But this is not what's in my glass. So we're now at Do we have? Yes, we have one that was almost going to go further, but unfortunately there's slight not issues really, that I wanted more complexity. Maybe it's gonna have more over time, but it's time to show you a distillery that's gonna be awarded again. By the way, I didn't give best distillery, best new distillery, best world whiskey this year category. I didn't felt like that. I went for straight first ones and following ones. But at the end of the video, you will understand that there are 2 or 3 distilleries that get a lot of awards, so they could qualify for those categories. And Ardnahoe is definitely one of them. And of course, G&A Mitchell, the other one. Is it a spoiler for the end? Maybe. So I didn't got to try the I was late on Ardnahoe because I didn't want to spend €100 the Lang brothers wanted for the first release. Either was the Strathern knowledge statement from Douglas Lang, from Fred, or was it the Ardnahoe inaugural release, 5 years old, €100 in France, from Stewart, so Hunter Lang brand, indie brand. But this is their distillery, Ardnahoe. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, this is really impressive. I sense it can be better, and I know now it can be better. But this is beautiful. This is 90.5, right? No, this is 90. Was 90.5, but this slight thing, peppery finish, that made it lower it. But it might evolve. As you see, it's just past the shoulder. It's probably too soon, but I couldn't wait for this video any longer. I hope you will pardon me. This is Islay. This is an Islay single malt Scotch whisky, a new distillery one. And at probably 4 to 6 years old, I guess, this is already very impressive. If you like Culila, if you like bourbon matured, let's say, is it 100% bourbon matured? I'm not sure. No. It's bourbon and sherry, or loads of sherry for this one. So I think the small batch thing, the 50% ABV, the bourbon and sherry combo on chill filtered, etc. Warm tubs. I mean, all this plays for a winning combination. This is less charming than I thought it would be, but it is still very beautiful. So it is awarded, of course, and I hope they will even evolve more on the bottle. So there you have the first one. You will see, and also on the 90 mark, I have to go back again. What's the 10? I have to go back again to Roselier, and this one I bought it. Why do I say that? Because I had the chance to visit Roselier. Yeah, it's my new my calendar. I had the chance to visit Roselier for my birthday in November, and got to see one of the stills, and got to see them, visit them, and I had a blast there. And yes, they did offer me the blending experience, and they did offer me another bottle you're gonna see, but it didn't change my opinion on them. It's just that what I did suggest for the online Scotch Whisky Awards, so the new category of best distillery experience, I cannot use it there for my award video because I did visit only 2 French distilleries this year, Hautefeuille and Roselier. I had a blast in both of them. I love what they do. I love the spirit they have. It's family owned, but it's the only 2 I visited. So if I say those 2 as fantastic, there's no comparison I can do. but I gotta give them props for doing a great welcome there. This is the new core range. This is the 10 years old double oak, so French oak, American oak, slightly peated, 15 ppm, 12 to 15 ppm. It's gorgeous. If you want to know what a very serious French single malt with layers of different kind of oak and malted barley with some accomplishment, with an age statement. If you don't get to get yourself the Armoric 10, which I also recommend, get yourself this and the Edu 10, and you will have 3 of the best French whiskies you'll ever had. So this is beautiful. I'm gonna review it along with another one, 2 other ones, 3. But yeah, this is fantastic. 46% ABV. The filtration is moderated, as I saw, but it's not unchill filtered, and it's non-colored. So beautiful stuff, very subtle. I love it. What else do we have? Ooh, I think I forgot 2 things. What was the second one? Yeah, I have 3. Yeah, I forgot to have 3 awards. Okay, let's start with this. I have 3 awards, which are special mention for what is the name? I had to invent this because they're whiskies that were hard to score from another company, and all these and the 2 I'm going to show you are really so we got this for the special mention for educational and heritage about French whiskey culture, malt culture, malted barley culture. So this is the parcellaire. I already showed you this bottle, Les Chauffours. This is the parcellaire, so the kind of terroir approach of whiskey from Roselier, again from east of France. And I think they nailed it with it. I already talked to you about a lot versus Waterford, which failed unfortunately to give his message properly, as far as I understand, while they still did some nice releases. So Roselier deserves from me a shout out for this, but also Chateau du Breuil with Le Breuil, sorry if it's a bit glossy, Le Breuil range. So now Roselier has 3 of their parcellaire, of their terroir, from different soils in a box, in a coffret, in a box with 20 cl bottles. Le Breuil does also that with a heritage barley, Chevalier, Golden Promise and Maris Otter. All are good. I have to pick myself the set or the bottles. I've yet to get. I tried. They're good stuff, but I'm late to get me bottles from them. It's on the plan of 2026. I also like the packaging. So Le Breuil from Normandy this time, which originally are a Calvados brand. They do good stuff, and this series I tried them all. They're very good. Last but not least, still on French whiskey, sorry not sorry, I gotta give it up to Mathieu Accard from La Maison de Whisky, which has a store pick range only devoted to highlight French whiskey and not only distilleries. And this year they had 3 aces from 3 different distilleries. La Rochauffée, which was a very nice, very lactic almondy whiskey. I don't know much this distillery, but this is on my wish list as well. Distillery I know better because I did create a special limited release for the Northman, which Mathieu managed to get him a very special kind of
smoky but not peated cask. I already spoke about it in my Whiskey of the Year Whiskey Life Paris video, not go much. Uberard from the Bertrand, now Alas Close Distillery, a quite old release to 2005 from Uberard, gorgeous, fruity, a bit winey, but really accomplished, very rich whiskey. So Mathieu does a great job in highlighting all those distilleries and a lot of confidential ones. So give him credit for that. We're getting, oh my God, we're getting now to the number 3 with 2 equally ranked whiskies. At 91 out of 100, my 91 out of 100, not Serge one, not I don't know who, let's say Top Shelf Dustin. So they probably would drop off 3 or 4 mark from this, as I understand, especially Serge, which I know better. Would probably get 4 or 5 maybe, I don't know, less, but well, something 86 from him is 86, 87 is good, so very good. So what do I'm going to pull off for this? Is it this? Yeah. 2 whiskies again. I'm sorry if it feels repetitive. Beautiful packaging, by the way. I had to give it up this year, and I apologize. It is a gifted bottle because I was there. They didn't let me pay this one. I wanted to pay at the end because it was my 6th birthday, and they have been very cool with me. But when I saw this before they said anything, I want to try this because I liked your previous Moscatel cask that I didn't get a bottle, free or not free, and awarded it. So I couldn't get my hands on it, and this is similar but maybe better. And it was a 10 years old, I'm not sure, but this one is an 8. Brut de Fût in French, it's a French whiskey again from the east of France. Brut de Fût means cask strength, Fût means cask, and Brut de means the strength. I mean, let's raw. So it says it's a Brut de Fût. It's straight from the cask, meaning not diluted. In that case, ex Fût is the Moscatel, ex Moscatel cask. So it's a 2017 distillation. So it was bottled last year. It's presented at 35 ppm before distilling, so it's obviously less. This comes at bottled at 56.9, and the CD means it's Christophe Dupic, the head distiller, and the manager, along with Sabine. I salute them both and the rest of the family. This gave only 311 bottles, and yeah, I'm sorry, not sorry, but this is a downside of it. Apologize still, it's only available at the distillery and not even online. But this is so good, I had to put it in that list. This is gorgeous, fruity, vegetal, bit minty, very satisfying, very long finish cask. I mean, Moscatel does marvels in other distilleries, but yeah, I really loved this one, and I had to award it, given or not. So this is it, but this is equally ranked, believe me or not, with another gem, and again, sorry not sorry, from the the G&M Mitchell family. I gotta give it up to the Glengyle distillery under Kilkerran, 8 years old, bourbon cask matured. I love the sherry cask matured 2024. This is a very particular case of bottled, I think bottled the 18th of November 2024, batch 24./262, but I think the batch number is different. This is bottled at 55.6. This in fact couldn't make it to the French shows, I don't know the others. And while it was not available there and bottled after, the distillery, when I asked about it, because it was on the preview available there, that's why I bought it. This was presented as a 2025 release, I remember that. And it was confirmed on other sources. So you're gonna find it. What is this? This is the 12 years old, more concentrated, bit more farmy. The old 12 years old, not the recent ones that tends to be maybe a bit worrying for me. I gotta confirm that. This is like you had the best of the heavily peated, but bit less heavy of the heavily peated one, but more mature, and still with this funky farmy style. Bit of Bora-esque as well, for those who know. But this is very gorgeous, very linear, very serene, like the 2024 sherry one. I'm gonna review those two in video soon. This is gorgeous, this is beautiful. So this is my KK8. Not a big surprise, maybe. Let's put this there. I think he deserves to be there as well. In fact, I'm gonna put them all. What else? So it will move, it will make some room, because anyway they don't have to be there. They cannot be there. Yeah, I forgot to say, of course, if I wanted, I could put this every year as a best blended malt, but gotta give you some change, right? And this other Roselier as well. I'm saving a bit time because we'll have a lot of bottles to put down. Yeah, I showed you version française, forgot to show you the only bottle I have so far in my collection left, the W.O.T.Y. Very nice distillery as well, still available. 2 porter cask finishes of this. This is very nice. If you like Irish coffee and you wish to have a higher ABV, 46% Irish coffee, so to speak, this is it. Well, W.O.T.Y. is not always like that. There's a lot of wine finishes, mind you. Okay, where are we at? We need number 2, rated at 91.5. And I'm gonna not disappoint you and maybe shock you. This is not very down, so take it my rating and notes with reservations. But why? Because I got this full transparency yesterday by total chance while checking out to salute someone in a local retailer, and because I was busy and sick part of the year and often ordering things online, not always going on local shops all the time, or not this one, let's say. They change owner. The new owner likes a bit more whiskey than the previous one, and also dares to put on his shelf stuff like that for 100 euros. So I said, is it? I was a bit disappointed. I thought it was a full bourbon one. I jumped on it, but it's not. It's 60% bourbon, 35 sherry, 5% bourbon. Still, it's still a 12 years old cask strength Springbank, mind you, and it's still good. It's a bit, maybe a bit tad more spicy than I thought, but like another one that I reviewed, and I didn't review this one because I didn't have it, but so I have now 3 different 12 years old Springbank opened, as you can see. No flipping there. The price and the availability was quite of a miracle, but it does qualify there because I saw some every now and then. Of course, it's less available than the 10. I understand that some will be mad at me putting this as number 2. and even more if I see by number one. But yeah, it's everything we love in Springbank. I'm gonna review it later on, so I'm not gonna go further. But yeah, not a big surprise, maybe for some, I don't know. But it's still not what's in my glass. Hey. Okay, so number one. I don't have a whiskey for you as a number one this year. I have two whiskeys I couldn't absolutely not separate. One is a sample, but 5 cl sample, and I've been up to this, so 3 times. And the person, I'm very grateful, who sent me this, it was very well protected, so I trust him 100%. Plus he gave me the bottling date and everything, super professional, whiskey base number, everything. I mean, what's more to like? So this is my equally ranked number one, but I gotta give it another one first. One from which I'm very grateful to a friend of mine, a friend of the channel, and a YouTuber as well. Okay, this is a 2024, not 2025 release, but I could only try it at Whisky Life Paris, bit under the counter almost. It's a 5 years old, not the inaugural, but the Society bottling, Arnaho Society 2024. This is a cast strength at 59.1 cast strength, supposed cast strength. It's not, oh yeah, natural cast strength, okay. 9.1. Exclusively for members of the Arnaho Society, which I subscribe to them, but you cannot buy it unless you're a member, but it's easy to be a member and free. And you pay 85 pounds, and it's fully matures in X Oloroso and PX quarter casks. This is absolutely gorgeous. Love the color, how it plays with the gold, and I did myself, you know me, a box because there was none, showing you how beautiful the distillery is. It's their picture and all the details you need, which are there. Also presentation of this distillery, but you will know more about it when I will review it. And yes, it's in my glass and taught by Toby Whiskey Share, which I have the honor to receive here, and he very kindly offered me this bottle for my birthday. Well, it was his own birthday a few days after, and I offered him also something you will see in his channel later on, a bottle. So thanks again, Toby. This is so good. I will send you, of course, a sample of this I recently opened. This is the Infinite Loch on steroid and less Islay-esque, I have to admit, probably because of the sherry of two kinds. And this goes to dangerous territory where I would say it's like having my Glenlossie 19 years old Duncan Taylor fully sherry matured mixed with the Infinite Loch, and giving a kind of a crossover Speyside Islay sherry, subtle sherry bomb. You see the color, it's mahogany, it's beautiful. I will review this, but on the slightly sulfur touch, but then there's immediately a silky galore of fruit and flowers. Very peach, apricot, oranges, bergamot. This is gorgeous. Slangeva on the palate. Yeah, there's still some peat on the finish, and the after taste lingering. Okay, there's some
Little heat now. I left it for an hour. Gonna open it up. The legs are sticky like hell because it's non-chill filtered, non-colored. Oh yeah, super subtle. There's some kind of waxy fruit and flowers sensation wrapped in soft smoke. So it cannot be lower than 92 out of 100 for me. But we're not finished yet, like my friend John from Heavy Metal Philosophy will say. And guess what? I will give you soon also my albums of the year video a bit later on now in the month. And maybe more than that, metal wise. So bear with me if you like this. So yeah, this is one of my 2 bottles of the year. Now some people will say, Greg, I don't understand, what is your second bottle of the year? If I can make it stand, well, you use this, it's a good idea. Let's see if I can close this. So yeah, you guys wonder now, Greg, you talked a lot about this, but what can top this? We don't know. Let's see if I can put it there. You think it will be okay? A bit too heavy maybe. Ooh, yeah, it's too heavy. Because it's not a... I'm gonna use this instead. Bear with me, sorry for the non-professional, yeah, probably, you can say that. What is my second whiskey of the year? And sorry not sorry, yeah, fantastic. And be careful guys, yes, Springbank 100 proof, 5 years old. I have to say that for Matt from Whiskey on the West Coast, because he does listen this on podcasts usually. Haha, special hello to Matt and all the other people listening on podcast mode. Cheers. Yeah, Springbank 100 proof, 5 years old. Thanks so much for Benny for this and a bunch of other samples. Some I've used for my Glenmorangie video, by the way, and others I still haven't tried. The Aaron was also from Benny in Denmark, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, thank you my friends, very generous of you. We'll send you stuff in return, of course, when I can. So a lot of things has been rushed. What I liked also is he put all the details in there. And as you can see, be careful, this is the 11th of June 2025 release, all bourbon cask. But where is my file? There is another 100% proof release. Oh, I forgot one bottle. Oh my god, she's gonna kill me. I gotta mention another bottle. Oh la la. Yeah, it's there. She's gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. The ladies and the guys. Give me just a minute. So many samples and stuff. Please, Springbank. Yeah. So this is 100%. It's the first release. This is 100% bourbon, and this 100 proof. Here it is the UK proof, so 57.1, but you also have from the same bottling date, I don't know if it's the same batch, 114 proof for US market at 57.0 only ABV. Don't know if they did diluted or whatever. And there's also another batch for UK/Europe most likely.
take it under reservation, but I see another batch bottled in the 27th of August of 2025. So I saw some reviews of this that were not very positive, saying it's new make, it's harsh, it's not great. It is absolutely not the case here. This is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, when you open the sample, it's slightly spirity, but it goes out quick after a few minutes of wait. Even of the sample, this is very quickly some beautiful vanilla sugar, almonds, sweet spices, slightly funk, and very gentle smoke. This is absolutely gorgeous. This reminds you of the best batches of the 10, slightly younger, but it's in no way, like I heard, new makey. On the palate is the same, with delicious and very old school malted barley notes, even some croissant aux amandes, French croissant bakery specialty with almonds. This is, I mean, you have candied fruit, candied citrus fruit, you have honey, you have nice malted barley. Okay, with a few drops of water you get a bit of gas oil funk, but very tiny. I mean, this is mind-blowing. At 5 years old, the potential as for they are now, I mean, it's fantastic. 92, yeah, if I shock you, I don't care. This is absolutely crazy. I was about to withdraw it, like the Arnaho, because of availability issue. But the quality is so good again for the Arnaho 5 Society, I couldn't. And for this one, it is just coming, was I was worried, it's just coming into France and other markets. I just seen, I didn't keep enough money for that, because I want to have 2 at least bottles of this, if not more, but it's coming in at varied prices and availability. But I was told when I talked about it without trying it at Duga stand show in France in late 2025, I was told it was going to be Courage. And I was expecting an earlier availability, but now the retailers say we're gonna have it, but you have to wait, and it's gonna be probably for the first release allocated. We're not sure, but I'm starting to see it online. So sometimes I see it at 80 euros, but it doesn't stay long. Sometimes 110, sometimes 125. So yeah, it's a bit hefty, like for the long row 100 proof, the new one. I didn't bought it because it was over 140, I think. I don't want to pay that price. But this one for me is more interesting. So yeah, if you can get yourself this, especially the 11th of June 2025 batch. I haven't tried the other. There might be 2 others, but I'm not sure at all. But I think they're gonna go probably for more than 2 batches, or for more than a limited release, because it's 5 years old. Now, all that said, what I suspect when I try this, and I don't want to try more, I'm sorry, because I'm gonna review it and with a bottle. Okay, gotta do this for you. I wanted to have a bit more before I had the bottle, but yeah, let's have a bit now for you. Don't want to pour it earlier anyway. Again, thanks so much to Benny, because it's gorgeous. Yeah, you see, very sticks, not so long, but super sticky still on the glass, because it's such a high ABV with no chill filtering. Even at 5 years old, could probably go down quicker than it does. It starts to do it now. I don't know if you see. Fortunately,
too much reflections. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't even need the water. I mean, it's insane. Now, what I suspect for this one, I might be wrong, it's that's a 5 years old age dated. But there might be, take it under reservation, there might be a few older casks thrown in the mix. It's why I suspect, because it comes across young, but it still lingers on the palate for some time. And I sense there might be a minority, not more, of a bit older cask. That's probably why, consistency-wise and to manage to have stocks all the time of this, that is probably why they don't want to put an 8 years old, for instance, age statement, which I would prefer before trying this. Now, I don't care. It's very good. But I suspect they do that in order to be able to provide us enough whiskey in the future of this expression. But this is a fantastic new release, and it deserved the first prize along with the Arnaud, in my opinion. Again, for me, yes, there's a rating, there's the commentary, but above that, for me, there's the pleasure to drink. And if it's so easy and pleasant to drink, it deserves a high mark. This is very subjective, but this is my opinion. There you have it. Hope you did find interesting. So like I said, I will release this without timestamps first and then add them along the way. But I still hope you're gonna find it interesting, and let me know what you think and what are maybe your top 5 of the year are. So we'll see and compare. Take care. See you soon.